Well, Zach, we talked to Brett yesterday. He kind of talked about, these last couple of weeks his role's changed a little bit. I mean, he's throwing kind of less than ever before here, but obviously the offense has been performing really well, and he seems to be accepting it pretty well. How's he kind of taken? There's been a bit of a change, I guess.
Yeah,
the last couple weeks.
He's doing a great job. He is really one of those guys that whatever his role is and however we need to win and whatever our offense needs to be most efficient, he's all in. So, really happy the way that he handles those type of situations, and it's not a difficult thing for him. He wants to be as efficient as he can and help his team win however he can.
He's been a pretty good run blocker himself, right? I mean,
yeah.
I think about that one against Hawaii. So.
Yes, he has been. Yeah, I got that nice little cut in.
What's kind of been the reason for the change there? I mean, look at the last 3 games. You guys are up 13 rushing attempts per game. You're up over 100 yards rushing per game the last 3 games. What's been the difference? What was maybe the need or the reason behind kind of really switching up the game plan here?
Again, I think every week you're going in, watching film, and you're trying to figure out what's going to fit that game. And I know our mentality is run first, and we're trying to put it on teams a little bit that way and make them stop the run, knowing we have some good running backs and a really good veteran O-line, and then just trying to balance things out a little bit with getting into better manageable third downs. I think that's kind of helped us too. So I'd just say it's an overall mentality, for the guys. We want to be a physical team, and that's part of it, running the football.
Just seems kind of interesting because in the Wyoming game, some people thought maybe you guys, got away from the run a little bit or should have stuck with it a little more. And then right away, the next 3 games is when you have kind of committed more to it. Was there anything in that game that maybe made you guys realize you need to give the run a little more of a shot, or be a little more committed to it? Or?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, each week you're evaluating yourself and evaluating our offense and what's working and what's not and what's going to give us the best chance to win. And we felt like, a big part of that would be the run game and making sure we're emphasizing that and putting more on our O-line of running backs to be, efficient with that.
What do you know about Weston Steelhammer at Air Force?
A very good ball player. Yeah, good physical. He's got a lot of experience, very football savvy. Obviously, he's around the ball a lot, leading tackles and interceptions, and kind of does it all for him. So he's one of those guys we're definitely looking at on film and making sure we know where he's at. And he's one of those guys that you highlight, each week.
Great name.
Yeah, that he does. He's got a great name.
Best. Defensively too, obviously, Hart's mentioned they've been kind of a pressure type defense, and obviously, he gets a lot of picks. They're obviously it seems like it can be one that can make you pay in ways. What do you see out of them?
Basically that. They want to put pressure on you and get as many guys to the quarterback as possible. They've got an offense that can have some chunks and have some long drives, so we know we've got to be very efficient with our drives as well. And they definitely want to get as many hats to the ball carrier or the quarterback and get as many hits on him as possible. So we've got to do a good job of attacking them, but also doing a good job with our pressure schemes or our protection schemes.
With you kind of mentioned offensively, with that receiver group, obviously they didn't get involved as much. Brett mentioned them kind of blocking well and stuff. How have you kind of seen that group a little bit too, kind of evolve a little bit?
Well, again, I love our team, and our guys are here for wins and doing everything we can to get the W at the end of the day. So our receivers are have done a good job with blocking in the run game or whatever we asked for them to do, and if it's taking shots, if it's throwing it 30 times, or if it's running it a bunch, it's a team effort. We're all just trying to get out there and get a win at the end of the day.
How do you think your offensive line's performed specifically in the last 3 games?
Our O-line's awesome. Not only are they a bunch of great guys, and Coach Huff does a great job with those guys, not only in the run game but in the pass game, and they're always dialed with their protections. It's a veteran crew, and there's some good depth in the O-line too, so other guys are able to jump right into the mix and play at a high level. But those guys are make up a huge part of our offense, and we really go as far as they go.
I think earlier this season, I remember you mentioning like knowing the Air Force game was coming up at the end of the year. I mean, how Coach Harsin was saying that was kind of circled before the season even started, knowing the game was probably going to mean something. You're going to have to finish strong here. How big is it from that aspect? I know you're new, but have you kind of noticed a sense that this game's always kind of been one that you guys were kind of pointing towards?
Yeah, it's a huge target for us. The last few years they've had our number, and now we're trying to turn the tables a little bit on them. So it's going to be a fun week. I know our guys are excited to get out there and have good energy, and obviously our last regular season game. So there's a lot of things that our guys are very, and our coaches are excited about too. Going into this Air Force game, knowing we're going on the road, going there, and it's going to be good energy, and it's going to be a physical ball game.
When you guys go Friday to Friday and you go to more of that normal week, when you go Saturday to Friday or whatever, I mean, is it that big of a difference? Do you guys get that much more out of that extra day that it's nice to go to the Friday schedule?
With the short week, it is a tough transition because usually it's that we get Friday game, so it's that Wednesday to Thursday where you're trying to make up a little bit of ground, and whether it's another walkthrough or meetings at night, so you're kind of packing more into one day, and usually it's that Wednesday into Thursday that you're trying to pack some more things in. But yeah, it's difficult, but we've been used to some different schedules this year, and we're attacking every single week, with whatever adversity.
What's the thing that's impressed you just the most about McNichols? And obviously, he's getting a lot of attention, and some people are saying he should be getting even more national attention. What just impresses you most is about a guy that sees him all the time?
Well, I think he's a really versatile player. He's obviously great in the run game. He's physical. He can run over you. He can run around you. He's got some good speed. He's got good agility. He can catch the ball from the backfield. He's a good route runner. So he's very versatile, and he's also very consistent with what he's doing too. I mean, we're giving him a bunch of carries, and he's still out there at practice, every day and giving it his all, and that's a lot of wear and tear and pounding and all that stuff. But he does a great job of it. It doesn't affect him, and he's always ready game day to do whatever again is needed. But it's also nice to have a few running backs in there, in the backup roles, to be able to come in at any time and spell him a little bit and give him a break, and we're not feeling that drop at that position.
Piggybacking off of that, looking at his carry load and just his touches overall this season, what's it say about his conditioning and also just his toughness?
Yeah, both. It says a lot. Yeah, he's a tough kid. Coach Pittman, our strength coach and our conditioning guys, does a great job with all those guys. So we feel like week in and week out we're going to be a physical team. We're going to be in good condition, and all of our guys are in that physical mentality. So. But J-Mac does a good job, and we ask a lot of him, and there's a lot of pounding at that position anyway. But again, he steps up week in and week out.
As coaches, how do you guys kind of handle, needing to win Friday and then kind of not controlling things on Saturday night? Obviously, maybe thought you were going to get some help the other day and didn't. How as coaches are you trying to handle that and keep the players kind of focused?
Yeah, that's stuff we can't control. We're just focused on our game and Air Force and the preparation there and the travel over there to get another win. And whatever happens, with the championship or the postseason, again, is out of our control. So our guys aren't focused on that or the other, the media attention that's happening. Everybody's doing a great job of being dialed in for this week and Air Force and going to get another win.
All right, thanks, Zach.